Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the What We Said podcast. Happy Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a great day so far.
Hey guys, welcome back. Happy to have you here. I'm Jaci, the redhead half of the podcast,
Wow.
if you're new here.
I'm Chelsey, the brunette half. I've really been trying to give you your space. I've been holding space for your intro.
Thank you.
After I saw your perspective of having to be silent for the first, while I yap, first 5 minutes.
Just hello.
Yeah.
In the background.
Hello, I'm here.
Hey guys, hope you're having a great Tuesday. I am happy to be here. I am still in my workout fit. We are two besties dressed for different occasions.
Yeah, I was
going to
say, this is what happens when you don't text and be like, what are you wearing today?
Yeah.
What's the vibe?
Yeah.
Because we usually do. We usually text each other and be like, okay, what's the vibe? What are you wearing? Are you wearing a dress? Are you wearing
Are we dressy or casual?
sweat sets? What's the
I
vibe?
quite literally came from working out, so I'm in my workout fit.
Nice.
And-
Wow, you look cute for working out.
Oh, thank you. You know what the key is? You just got to wear an all black workout set. If you just wear all black, everything looks great.
It's true.
Remember how I used to not wear black ever?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it was almost a personality trait. I never wore black.
Yeah.
And remember the color analysis girl also told me not to do what I'm doing right now, where there's like black up to my neck. She said, if you wear
really?
black, give yourself space, hold space for your neck and your
Interesting.
chest. I'm not doing that today and I don't care. But I do really like having just black leggings and black workout tops that I like. And just, basically having that as a uniform because it makes it so easy
To get dressed.
for the gym. Like, don't get me wrong, I love a pop of color here and there, but I think it makes life easier and it makes my brain relax to just be like, it's one less thing I have to think about or worry about, especially because working out is already hard to get the motivation. So if I already know what I'm wearing, that's one step in the right direction.
Nice.
So,
well, that's a good hack. I do agree because I have a lot of colorful sets and it's really frustrating. And I have my tops and my bottoms in different drawers. So if I go for a colorful top, like, oh, let's wear a blue set today. And then heaven forbid I can't find the bottom. Then I have to go back to the drawing board. But if you have all black, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I have a few colors and I like colors every once in a while, but I've been kind of focused on just black only.
Nice.
So, I just completed essentially I will at the end of this week, my first month of weightlifting.
Nice.
It flew by, truly. I'm so proud of myself for going multiple times a week. I have wanted to die every time. This morning, I was like, I'm not going. Like, it's so hard for me to get the motivation, truly. And especially because you're not going to see results like quickly from
frustrating.
something like this. So especially, and shout out to our girls who live in climates that are like rainy, snowy, all of that, because when it's rainy here, my motivation is at -500. It's so hard for me to want to move my body in any capacity. So I truly can't imagine if I was experiencing actual winter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm proud of myself. Been
Nice.
getting up and going. And I do feel good. Like, I'm sore literally every day. And it does make me feel like I'm doing something.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I love being a little sore and being like, oh, especially if you haven't worked out in a long time and then you realize you have muscles in there that you haven't touched in a while. So that's good.
there's somewhere there deep down buried. But
Yeah.
it does feel good
They're
to
being
also.
awakened. They're being woken up.
Yeah, they are. So that's where I'm at. Yeah, I'm on my journey.
Nice.
And I'm proud to say I've been staying consistent.
Good.
Yes. What's your update for us?
Oh, not much. Just been loving my flowers. I look at them every day when I leave because they're just in a little flower bed, like a little window flower bed outside one of my windows. And I've been taking care of them so well. It is literally my pride and joy, like cutting them back, making sure that they're getting the proper sun, the proper water. The rain has really brought out the best in them.
Is it like an everyday thing?
Not really like crazy every day, especially when it's raining. It's nice because I don't have to water them.
Yeah.
But yeah, every day I'll go out and check. If I forget a day here and there, they'll be fine. But they have just been blooming, thriving. And I'm sorry if you follow me on Instagram and you don't care because I post about them all the time on my stories. But I'm just like, it's so fascinating to me that they grow. And when I cut them back, they grow back. Like I'll be like, oh, I'm going to cut them, like deadhead them, prune them, cut the flowers back, which is like, I hope they grow back because they look gorgeous, but you can't have them too long because then the soil, the water, some of my flowers were blocking the other one's sun. So the bottoms were dying. So I had to cut some back. And I was like, I really hope these grow back. And sure enough, they're blooming again. They're coming back.
I know nothing about any of that. As you're saying that, I'm like, wow. We're starting, speaking of plants and all of that, we're starting our landscape design. And we're going to try and do garden boxes, I think, in our backyard. So I'm going to have to get familiar with it. But yeah, there's a lot to learn with all of that. Gardening, flowers, plants in general. I'm like, oh wow, we're going to have to like learn how to take care of stuff. I mean, I'm sure we'll have people who can do some of it, but yeah, it's really fun. There's, honestly, the flowers were a great place for me to start because obviously in California specifically, there's so many things you can grow because the weather is so great year round. And so we have a great starting point, and it's not like Arizona where it's super hot and you have to be super careful about like the amount of sun and the plants that you do. It's like there's so many options for us. But the flowers have been a great place for me to start. And I feel like even in the last, I think I've had them now for like 9 months, I've had to repot and like I changed some of the flowers that I didn't like or that I didn't realize were not good to be in that amount of sun or whatever. And I feel like I'm really getting the hang of it. Like I'm understanding plants a little more, like how they work, what they need, how fragile they are, how actually resilient they are. Cause sometimes I'm like, oh no, if the soil this or like rooting their roots, just they're way more resilient than you think they are. And so I've really been, my confidence has grown. I want to do like a garden bed in our backyard to grow some like strawberries. Like some herbs or something too. Yeah. That'd be nice. I want to do some fruits and vegetables. Just start slow because Case also is super into it as well, like with me. We planted some like wildflowers in our backyard, just like put some seeds and the sprouts are growing up and we're like, oh, that's fun. Gosh, this is so fun. Like it's literally all I want to do, honestly. That's so fun. And also if you keep it up for the next 20, 30 years, you're going to be an expert. I know. And then your kids are going to know you as like a gardener. And I Google half the time, but sometimes I'm like, I think I learn better if I just go with vibes, and see what works and what doesn't work. Because obviously I can Google and it's great, or I can watch, the pros do it. But I think I learn best when I just trial and error. Yeah. And it's like, okay, these plants died because I didn't do this and this, and these plants are thriving. So yeah, you got to fail to succeed sometimes. Just got to start. Wait, is that like a toxic thing that people say? What? Fail to succeed. Why would that be toxic? I don't know. Like something that I just said kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies. I'm like, has someone toxic said that? If they did, then ignore me. Succeed? I don't know. What is that? Where did I hear that in a toxic Sounds like David environment? I don't remember. Anyway. On David Goggins' TikTok? Maybe. I don't watch David Goggins' content. He hasn't infiltrated my FYP yet. Yeah. Not that that's a bad thing. Or a good thing. Because I haven't been sending you any. True. I haven't seen any. He's the one thing I miss about TikTok, honestly. The TikTok free life? It's so good. It really is. I don't miss it, surprisingly. I've already said this before, so this is going to sound like deja vu, but I do miss seeing my friends. Like, I get notifications sometimes on our What We Said email when, like, you post something. It'll be like, Jaci Marie Smith posted a new... And I'm like, dang. How am I going to see that? Yeah, I can send them to you if you want. Yeah, send me all your TikToks. I haven't made money, so they wouldn't be hard. But I do get that. It's like FOMO a little bit. Like you kind of forget things exist, but then if someone mentions it, you're like, oh, I kind of have FOMO a little. Yeah. 80% greatest thing ever, 20%, oh, I miss it. Like, and I do think I'll be back one day, but just not now. I've just been enjoying my books and enjoying the TV that's been on at night, and it's been great. Like I read my book, I watch a show, and I go to bed. That's truly all you need in life. It does make you, I mean, I wouldn't know, but because I haven't done that recently, but I feel like it does just enhance your life and make you like more present, obviously. Yes. So how is that going to ever be a bad thing? Definitely. Reels though is creeping in. Like sometimes I'll be on Reels, I'm like, why am I doing this? This is the reason I got off TikTok, and Reels is not even funny. Yeah. Like I like some of them, but it's very, I hate to say it, millennial on there. And I do enjoy it, and I'm leaning in. I really am. But some of them are too much for me. Yeah. I'm like, this is not, I can't bring myself to laugh at this. I wouldn't really know because good. I don't get on there at all. Well, it's good. Ever. It's out of desperation that I found myself on there. If I'm like looking for a dopamine hit and I can't find it anywhere else. Sometimes you have to stoop to that level. Yeah. people were asking me how to like curate your Substack feed because people were just like, my Substack is not giving me like what you're referring to. I don't know how mine was good off the bat. Like I really don't know. And maybe it's because, so Amber Filler Up has a Substack and I subscribed to hers and I subscribed to someone else's and maybe it took that, those cookies, if you will.
Yeah.
And
probably.
then based my, like curated my little feed off of that. But I feel like everything it serves me is like right up my alley. I don't know how that happened. So I don't really have any advice other than maybe look up a few creators that you like if they have Substacks, and then maybe it'll start to like curate or something. Because do you know the Millennial Decorator? That well, she's a great follower. Speaking of millennials, but she does not give millennial energy. That's just like her handle. But she will do like I'm just giving you a few things that it's called like Chic Things by the Millennial Decorator. Belated February favorites, like all her things. 5 things you should buy, like that will enhance your life or whatever. Mood boarding by Allison Bornstein.
Ooh.
Cezanne in the City. She had a baby, I lost a friend, talking about like villages and like, you know, the concept of like if your friend has a baby. Like look at my feed.
Wow.
It's just everything. I don't know how. I truly didn't do anything. The art of romanticizing your everyday life. Like,
wow.
Just,
you have great cookies.
The cookies are cooking.
Yeah.
No Why some girls are adored and some girls are settled for. Oh, jeez. Like homes I love.
Wow. I need that. I need those cookies.
I'm telling you, like, I don't know what happened, but I'm loving it. So maybe if you follow a few creators or look up a few people, then I think they can get the ball rolling in a positive way.
Okay.
I'm still on my Substack journey. I'll keep you guys updated on my favorite.
I need to
maybe
start.
I'll make like a list of a few people who I think are good to start you on your journey, but let me cook because I haven't I need to dive in a little bit more.
Yeah.
And be sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to get on that. I didn't know Amber had one.
Yeah. That's pretty
to-
much like all the social media that she's doing right now, I think.
Yeah. I was going to say, I haven't seen her.
Yeah.
Been missing her.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, today we're talking about wellness habits, that unhinged wellness habits that either backfired or were just not worth the money that they usually are. And speaking of, can we talk about how I went to the doctor a couple days ago for my annual checkup, doing all my checkups as, you know, a responsible adult. And she was let me just say this. She was so sweet. Like the nicest doctor, very comforting angel. Okay. So let me preface with that. And as she's doing my like checking and everything, just, you know, the classics, like feeling your stomach, looking in your eyes, your ears, whatever. And she's like, and she asked me if I'm still breastfeeding. I'm like, yeah. She's like, so once you're done breastfeeding, everything will tighten up. I'm like, I thought I was looking tight. I thought I was not after you feel my stomach. She's like, everything will tighten right up after you're done breastfeeding.
Don't worry. You're like, huh, I wasn't worried.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I came in here literally feeling confident. Now I'm feeling very not tight, very loose, in fact. I was like, okay, yeah, that's good to know. Just like laughed it off. I'm like, okay, that was
everything will tighten up.
Yeah. She's like, don't worry. Like, don't get too in your head about it. I'm like,
so irrelevant
I am.
to the conversation.
Yeah. She's like, everything will tighten
You're
up.
like, and again, check my sinuses.
Yeah.
I didn't ask.
Literally. I'm like, okay. That's good to know, I guess.
That is so funny.
But
That's
she
unhinged.
was very nice. Yeah. That was a little unhinged and uncalled for. But she said something else. What was it? I forgot. I didn't write that one down. But there was another little comment that I was like, okay. Oh, she was like, she was asking about postpartum and just, I'm like, well, my baby's almost a year and, you know, just kind of talking about sleep and different things. And she was like, don't worry, like you'll get the hang of it. Like as a new mom, you just got to figure things out. And I was like, well, she's like, your first baby, you just don't know anything. And I'm like, this is my second. She was like, oh, okay. Like, cool.
She's like, then
I don't know what to tell you. You're dumb. You should have had this figured out by now. I'm like, oh yeah, no, I've already done this. This is my second rodeo. So, yeah. Anyways,
so
she was
funny.
really nice though. She just was, you know,
a little humility to start your day.
Exactly.
That is so funny. I was looking through these unhinged wellness habits and I was just screaming at how much we will do to just like look good as women. Truly. I mean, that's a deeper conversation that we obviously talk about often. It's just like the things we feel like we need to do to like be acceptable by society. But truly, some of these I'm just like, we have lost
so bad
the plot.
I'm getting my first lymphatic drainage massage tomorrow.
I hope you're not going to the same place that I went. You probably are.
Really?
Well,
why?
'Cause do we not remember?
No. I'm saying, why do you think I'm going the same one?
I don't know. It's just
like the
popular.
first one on. Oh, really? Oh no, I'm scared. Okay. Well, I should have asked you honestly. I just found one online that had great reviews.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
no,
it's a popular one. So.
Okay. Well, I'm getting a facial one. I'm getting a body lymphatic massage.
Okay.
I'm trying to get my lymphatic system in check. And then I have like a magnesium wrap with an infrared sauna afterwards. I did the whole thing.
Oh,
like,
wow. Slay.
I am splurging
You're
on
doing it all.
this. Yes, to just detox.
No,
But
I love
I'm terrified. I'm honestly terrified.
Mine hurt so bad.
That's what I'm scared. I'm scared of my stomach.
I've told you guys this before, but like I got a lymphatic drainage massage.
Did she do your whole body?
Yes.
Okay.
They take a before and after photo of your body, like laying basically with a literal like loincloth over your, like a tiny washcloth over my vagina.
Yeah.
I'm laying on a table. The worst angle and lighting on earth, okay, in the first place. Takes a before photo, takes an after, sends me the photo after my massage, which hurt so bad, like was not 1% enjoyable for me.
Oh,
The
no, I'm
entire time I was in
terrified.
so much pain. And I was just like cringing, like, oh, what she was doing a lot of, which I understand, that's like they're trying to drain the fluid out or whatever, but she was like, it was almost like when you get like a burn, like a, I've already told this whole story.
But you're not oiled up?
Like a little bit of something like lotion or oil, but like she was just pushing so hard on my actual skin that it was so sensitive. It was like not even the pain of like pressure on my actual body. It was like my skin was being rubbed raw. That's what it felt like. That's why it hurt so bad. And anyway, she sends me the before and after photo. Thank you, Jaci, for coming in. I hope you enjoy your gorgeous results.
You're just more oily in the second picture.
Not one thing changed. I'm like, not one bit of like drainage.
Yeah.
First of all, I look the exact
All that
same.
is for nothing.
I'm in so much pain. I'm like literally limping out of the freaking massage parlor. I'm like, and goodbye. I will never be seeing you again.
Massage parlor sounds so not right.
I've never used that phrase in my life, by the way.
Massage parlor, I feel like, is where they do like the
Happy endings. No, 100%. This is like a reputable place too, where all the gurus, all the girlies, the influencer girlies were telling me to go. Never again.
Okay, well, I'm terrified. I need to cancel it by today. Otherwise, I have to pay for the whole thing. So I need to
sure
ask
it'll
you
be
after
fine.
this.
I'm sure I had a bad experience.
I don't think it's with. Well, I'll tell you after.
But also the magnesium wrap in the sauna is at the same place. Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't think it is then, because I don't think that was an option for me.
Okay, yeah, we'll see. I don't even know what a magnesium wrap is.
Me neither.
I don't know what the infrared sauna. If I'm in a wrap in the sauna, I don't know. But I do need to sweat more. That's one thing that I've been actually trying to do wellness wise. Because running, I do sweat. Mm-hmm. But I notice when I'm running, I'm like, I don't sweat that much when I do Pilates. Like I'm not breaking a sweat. When I'm running, I definitely am sweating. And I was just thinking the other day, I'm like, I need to be like going to a sauna or sweating out more. Maybe
like
I need to detox more. Yeah. Maybe I'm just not stagnant because I feel like I'm moving all day, but I need to get things moving, flowing.
I do like to sweat, and I feel like everyone could use more sweating in their life. Also, if you drink
I think it's so good
more
for
water and then you're sweating more, I think it's all really good to detox everything. And I will say I'm like a mix of, I'm a very skeptical person in general. Like I don't really, there's a lot of things I do not buy into as far as like wellness stuff where I'm just like, I've tried some stuff and I'm just like, I don't see a difference in that. Like, I don't know. But I also do see the draw, and I see the importance of like taking care of yourself and having routines that make you feel like, I don't know, like sometimes it's really nice to splurge or to like even my solo retreat, like to just be doing wellness stuff all day, every day. Like, is that my everyday life? No. But like to just do it all, you know, that weekend. I loved it. Like I ate it all up. And I think that it really can make you feel like you are just, I don't even know the word besides romanticizing your life, because I do feel like there are actual health benefits to some stuff, but just doing things like that, like sauna and cold plunge and like ice rolling your face and like cooking your own food. I think all of that is really like, can be really healthy and it can have real benefits. But I just sometimes think like there's just so much marketed towards us that it's like gets to be exhausting. And some of it's so extreme and it's just not even worth it.
If you can't even believe the placebo effect of it, there's really no point. It's like, even if some of them are just for the placebo effect, which I do think there's benefits in the placebo effect. It's like, if you believe it's working, then it kind of is working for you. But if you can't even believe it, it's like even with the lymphatic thing, it's like she's trying to convince you, look at how good it works. It's like, if I don't even believe it, what was the point of that?
No, exactly. Like literally, I don't feel any different. Nothing
that
changed for me. Yeah. Which again, even like massages in general, I think can be really relaxing and like really good for you. Like I see a lot of benefits to getting massages, but I don't know. Yeah. I feel like some of it's just, I don't know, smoke and mirrors a little bit.
Yes, definitely. I'm trying to think of some of the worst unhinged wellness habits I've done, because I've done a lot in my day. Like maybe not necessarily paying other people for, but just things that I have tried. Like I have actually gone out and put effort into these things. And a lot of it has to do with like food. Like obviously I was vegan for 7+ years, which I don't ever look back on that and think that was so bad for my health. I never felt like I was in bad health during that time at all. Sometimes was I eating fake food 24/7? Yes. And not eating vegetables at all. But, you know, it wasn't overall like the craziest thing I've ever done. However, I do feel like I fall into a lot of trendy things. Like, and again, maybe they work, maybe they don't. But like clay masks, different like masks with drinking apple cider vinegar every day, where it's like those aren't necessarily harmful. I don't know if they really work that well, but you can bet your bottom dollar I'm trying it.
Yeah. A lot of people wrote in about apple cider vinegar specifically. They're like taking that every morning. Like that's so funny. And again, it's like you also have to just be intuitive about what's working for you. Like if you truly feel like you're seeing a difference, like I don't know, great. As long as it's not literally harming you. But yeah, it's like also all of these things are very time consuming. So if you're not seeing a difference, it's truly a waste of time, because it's like there was no benefit to doing that.
Exactly.
And it took my time and energy.
Yeah. Remember like coconut oil pulling, where you would put a big spoonful of disgusting coconut oil in your mouth and let it sit there and rot
for 15 minutes.
Yeah, and then pull it out. Like that is so much time. I was never that consistent with that. Again, maybe that works.
Right.
Maybe that gets all the bacteria out. Who knows? But I don't feel like people do that anymore. You know, it hasn't withstood the test of time.
Yeah, I think some people do, but that's when you have to have a lot of dedication for, because it is so long. Like my jaw would hurt so bad. I'm like, just from like keeping the coconut oil in my mouth, because you really have to see any benefits. They say you have to like do it for 10 minutes or 15 or something.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
It is, and it's disgusting.
Yeah. You guys, we love Quince so much. We both have lots of items from Quince that have stood the test of time, that we've had for a while, that are really great quality and are luxury essentials at affordable prices. My guest bedding is from Quince. It's like a linen gingham duvet set and sheet set, and it is so soft, so comfy, and it's really, really cute. They have a lot of cute patterns on there for bedding. They also have a large range of high quality items at prices within reach, like 100% Mongolian cashmere sweaters from $50, washable silk tops and dresses, organic cotton sweaters, and 14 karat gold jewelry. I was actually reading something about how a cashmere sweater is like one of the best wardrobe staples to have. And I feel like it's really nice if you can obviously get a good deal on it, because cashmere can be really expensive.
The best part of all of it is that Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. So by partnering directly with top factories, Quince can cut the cost of the middleman, and they pass the savings on to us. Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes, which we absolutely love. I love Quince. I have one of my favorite go-to white sweaters are from them. It's like a fisherman cut cotton sweater. So give yourself the luxury you deserve with Quince. Go to quince.com/whatwesaid for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/whatwesaid to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/whatwesaid. Go check it out.
Super boost your lashes with new Lash Blast Super Cloud Mascara from CoverGirl. You can get weightless length and light as air lift with their air whipped formula infused with vegan collagen, vitamin B5, and amino acid. Also, you can experience up to 24-hour clump-free, smudge-free, flake-free wear that is gentle on lashes and easy to remove. All of that is just best case scenario. There is nothing I hate more than clumpy mascara. And I hate when you have to take the brush out of the bottle and really wipe it off a million times because otherwise it just gets really clumpy. I also hate when mascara flakes. So to have a flake-free mascara that's also gentle on your eyelashes and easy to remove is a game changer. The dual-sided Cloud Flex brush wraps and extends lashes, so the short bristles load and lift your lashes while the long bristles separate and lengthen. I also love a dual-sided brush for mascara because I feel like you can really refine the look. You can use this product whether you are getting ready for a night out with friends and you like a super glam look, but you can also use this just for a fresh makeup, clean girl look. Obviously, if you just have minimal makeup on or you're not doing maybe eyeliner or a lot of eyeshadow, but you just want to do a few swipes of mascara to accentuate your eyes, it can be perfect for basically any makeup look you're going for. I love a mascara and a product that's going to give me a lash lift effect. So check it out, only from Easy Breezy Beautiful CoverGirl.
Are you looking for a partner in wedding planning? Well, look no further. The Knot is here to plan with you. Watching Abby plan a wedding was giving me flashbacks to planning my own wedding and just seeing friends that I know have tried to plan a wedding. And it's a lot of work. There's a lot to think about. You think that you get everything done, all the big details, and then you don't realize how many little things you have to think about. So The Knot is here to help you with all of it. So from gathering inspo, scoring expert advice, to finding your venue and figuring out your budget, The Knot will connect you to all the people, places, and tools that you need. Plus, The Knot makes it easy to keep your guests in the loop so you can focus on what really matters, celebrating your love with the people who mean the most to you guys.
This may be your first time putting together something this big, this visible, this meaningful, and The Knot is taking the guesswork out of it. So you can get actionable inspiration and expert advice based on helping couples plan over 25 million real weddings with photos, articles, and more to help bring your vision to life. You can plan anywhere at any time with the wedding planning app with the most 5-star reviews. And The Knot helps you provide the best guest experience for your friends and family, from collecting their addresses, easy RSVPing, to providing seamless registry shopping all in one place. I can attest to this as a guest too. My friend just used The Knot for her wedding and she sent out things for us to RSVP. We literally had to click a button. It was super, super simple and user-friendly. The Knot also has the most venues and vendors across any wedding site in any location. So let The Knot connect you to all of the people, places, and tools you need to help bring your wedding to life. Get started at theknot.com/audio. That is THEKNOT.com/AUDIO. Let The Knot be your partner in all things wedding planning. Get started at theknot.com/audio. Again, that is THEKNOT.com/AUDIO. Let's read some of the ones that people wrote in.
I can't wait for these.
Okay. My mom raised me vegan and I did not experiment with meat or animal products until I was 22, 4 years after moving out. Nothing is off limits for me now and I feel so much healthier and happier.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I do think that food and I don't even want to say dieting because it's just a diet that you're eating, but I feel like it just means different things to everyone. Some people go vegan and they're like, oh, I feel so much better and I'm so much healthier now. And then some people have the opposite experience. Or if you got raised a certain way and you literally have never had it and you're now in your 20s, I can totally see that. You're just like, well, I feel a lot more free now because I can just eat whatever I want.
Yes. Your mindset around health, I feel like, is a huge part of actual health and wellness. Is if it's stressing you out, if it's making you more worried, or if it's making you feel overwhelmed and anxious, it's what is the point? That is doing not good things to you either.
It's canceling out.
Yeah.
Essentially what you're doing in the first place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Used mayo and eggs to make a hair mask that I applied weekly. Unfortunately, did nothing for my hair other than making it smell rotten.
Did you ever do this,
Ew,
Chelsey? Did you ever do egg whites in your hair?
No. Did you?
Yes. Me and my cousins, when we were younger,
Egg whites?
did egg whites to like it would make your hair like look like you had a perm kind of. It would like do
Bye.
like curls.
Ew. And you leave it in there?
Yes. It smells like shiz.
Ew.
Hold on, I need to look up this because that is like
When your
unlocking
hair is
memories
just
for me.
walking salmonella.
Hold on. Egg whites in hair
Ew.
for curls.
What happened to mousse?
No, that's literally what you're doing. It says some people use egg whites as a natural hairstyling product, claiming they can enhance curls and reduce frizz. So literally, me and I'm pretty sure we like read that in a magazine or something.
Yeah,
you know
I'm
what I
sure.
mean? It was like
Cosmopolitan, yeah.
yeah, like egg white curls.
Goodbye.
And it literally smelled so bad, but we were like so obsessed. I need to talk to my cousins about that. That is so funny. That just
Oh my
unlocking
gosh.
memories.
Yeah, now we have whey for that.
Yeah.
For frizz control.
Yes.
We don't need to be cracking open the eggs.
That
Also, they're
is
so expensive right now.
Just wild. True. Forehead taping to try and minimize wrinkles. It allegedly works, but I somehow woke up with new lines on my face every morning. I was just talking to someone who was saying this. They were saying they've been doing like the forehead taping stuff to like not get Botox. And they were like, I have more wrinkles than I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, I had tried that too. When I was pregnant, I was like, well, I can't do Botox, so I'm going to have to do like the tape, or they weren't silicone. They were like, they kind of feel like Band-Aids, honestly. Like taping it. Your forehead, I did around my eyes, like around my mouth. First of all,
Hurts.
I can't freaking sleep. I can't relax with that. Like, it feels like I have Band-Aids all over my face. How are people doing these things where they're like shedding and they have a billion things on their face, their hair, they're like,
I don't understand
their face
that.
is Vaseline, like 10 pounds of Vaseline on. I'm like, how do you sleep like that?
I don't understand that either.
That feels so, I can't even sleep when my hair is a little bit wet without it driving me insane.
Yeah, no,
mouth
same.
tape is as far as I will go. And even that, like I'll wake up, I'm like, my mouth tape's gone. I must have been so infuriated.
Really?
In the middle of the night and just ripped it off at like 5 a.m. or something.
I'm the same way. I don't think I could do half of that stuff that I see.
Yeah.
Like with which I've been wanting to try the overnight curls because they honestly look so pretty. Like I was on that trip recently with Sephora and this girl had like the overnight curls and I was like, oh, your hair looks, I said something about her hair looks. She's like, oh, thanks. It's like the overnight curls. I'm like, that looks amazing.
Yeah.
Like anyway, but it looks so uncomfortable to sleep in that I don't know if I could even do it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Wait, oh, the forehead taping.
Yeah.
I fear with things like this, just get the Botox.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. That's
Yeah,
how
you
I feel.
it for a long time
Like-
too, like years and years and years of being consistent.
There are things that will help. Like I really do believe there's like skincare and certain things that you can do and like facials or whatever. It's all going to cost money, number one. So to help anti-aging, like I really do believe that, obviously. But nothing is going to work like that.
Yeah,
Like
obviously.
there's things that can naturally plump your lips. There's things that can whatever, but nothing's going to have the same effect as the actual thing you're trying to replicate. Like it's just not.
I know, it's so true. So you have to just be okay with minimal results for maximum effort.
Yes. It's like when I was trying to do like face yoga every day and like gua sha, and I'm like, it's not going to make my chin grow.
Yeah.
Like no, and I'm not saying you have to just do the thing, but it's like if you are repeatedly like, oh, I just want this, I'm telling you right now, you're not going to achieve it by some like dupe.
Yeah.
You just have to do the real thing or just get over it and not think about it anymore.
It's true. That's very real truth.
It is.
Okay, made a face mask of smashed banana and turmeric as one of the many attempts to heal my cystic acne in college. And now I cannot stomach turmeric. It made me gag and smelled like barf the moment it went on my face.
That's some shiz I would have done.
Yeah.
That is what I would have done.
The
Stuff
problem
like that.
is you just get so desperate.
Yeah.
Like when you have something that you want to be fixed, you will try anything.
Especially if it's like it's cheap like that.
Yeah,
where you're
natural.
Like, you're like natural. Okay, like I have a banana. I
Yeah.
can like make up a mask with honey and whatever, like whatever the little ingredients are. It's so nice when you already have it at home and you're like, I don't have to go out and buy this fancy thing. Like, okay, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. And it's because you talk to them, you're like, I'm just so sick of my cystic acne. And that one person's like, oh my
This.
gosh, you have to try smashed banana with turmeric.
Yes.
It healed my cystic acne overnight. I'm not kidding. You have to try it. It's the only thing that works. Then you try it and it just doesn't work for you. And you're like, oh, okay. So I just need to stop listening to other people's advice.
Exactly. This girl said that she put Greek yogurt on her face because someone on TikTok told her it would cure her perioral dermatitis. Broke out in a heinous rash and had to go to urgent care the next day to get steroids.
Not Greek yogurt.
Greek yogurt is
That
crazy.
seems so like clogging, poor clogging.
Yes, literal dairy on your face.
Dairy on your dermatitis? No thanks. No thanks at all.
That's something I would have done too, though.
Yes.
Like in my heyday when I was struggling with acne, 100% I would have done that. If someone was like, "This works," I'd have been like, "Give me the vanilla Greek yogurt."
Yeah, that's why it's really hard to trust TikTok people, experts, because they can have any username. They could literally be like Doctor whatever, and it's just like their username. They're not even a doctor. They don't know anything. Okay,
So true.
Being super productive to the point of exhaustion, then crashing out and sleeping for 14 hours.
Did Ballerina Farm write this in?
Yeah, exactly. Also,
Do you remember that she said that
what?
in her article?
What? That
That
worked
was
for
one of the
14
things that
hours?
people are canceling her for, or not canceling her for, but that she like would like overwork herself and then sleep for like
So
a day
long.
or something.
Yeah. That sounds nice. I want to sleep that long.
Same. I think this is relatable. It's like just the classic thing where you
How is that a
Just
how is that a wellness hack though? Or just a wellness thing?
trend.
Oh, trend, yeah. I guess to be a girl boss.
yeah.
You can count that.
Yeah. I've never done that where I have to sleep for 14 hours, but it's like that is such a thing where it's just like you think you're being so productive and then you like look at your life or your week and you're like, I'm so burned out and tired that I have to take like 2 full days off or I'm going to actually have a mental breakdown. So maybe I should have just slowed it down and not gone insane, like been working like crazy. Or even like for me, when I've talked about in the past of like being a workaholic or something, I think for me, it's like a busyholic. Like I don't even think it's actual work. It's just like tasks.
Yeah.
Like for me, I just feel like there's 1,000 tasks in a day that I want to get done. And so it's like, where would there be free time in there? Because even when I do all the things on my to-do list, there's 1,000 other things that I can still think of.
It opens up a new list.
Yes. So I'm just like, it's really hard for me to sometimes like relax. That's what I was saying where I just, if I have plans in a day or a to-do list, it's very hard for me to like deviate because I'm like, but then it's just going to keep growing, which I know is like a toxic mindset because you should just like be able to take a breather. But all I'm trying to say is I validate this girl.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I will do that and then I'll just like hit a breaking point where I'm like, I'm so tired. Like my brain is so exhausted and it wasn't actually worth all this effort. Like I should have just given myself time to like rest and relax a little bit so I can recharge and like actually get stuff done.
No, it's true.
Okay. I used to eat 8 bananas for a meal in the name of health.
Goodbye to the banana trend of just like, I eat bananas all day.
Was that a trend?
It's just the peak vegan, like 2016 peak veganism, peak raw plant-based diet. Like just eat fruits, just eat the peel of an orange and you'll be fine.
Please.
I feel like that was that was the vibe.
I never really got too deep into like health stuff. I feel like
Consider yourself one of the lucky
that era.
ones.
I'm trying to think of what like the most I've done.
Like, you know what I was cranking out 3 times a week. Kayla Atsina's.
Of course.
What was it called? BBG?
BBG, Beach Body Guide.
Beach Body Guide.
I was doing that for sure.
Cranking that out. Obsessed. Following all the plant-based, raw, like making pizza out of chickpeas and cauliflower. And putting like, making avocado brownies, which actually are pretty good still, but.
Yeah, you were in that era for sure.
Oh, 100%.
But I thought it was awesome that you did that. Like I
loved it. I honestly, I'm like, never felt better. So didn't have oil, nothing.
I remember being like, Slay, like she's
Yeah.
so dedicated.
Oh, I was. It's called eating disorder. But you know, it had some perks.
Yeah.
The eating clean obviously has perks and working out, but you know, it's like I've talked about a million times if you've been listening to this podcast for a long time. If it's causing you to be stressed and overwhelmed, like there's literally no point.
Yeah.
Like if you're stressed about it, if you're holding yourself to this crazy standard that it's not even benefiting you, it's like, literally, what is the point? Because you're so stressed about it. I was so stressed about it that it's like,
it's not a fun way to live.
There's a balance between like working hard and discipline and like just
living life.
Yeah.
For sure.
And stress. Drove 2 hours and back for spring water in Sedona. Filled up about 40 gallons. Honestly, worth it. Spring water is something I will.
That sounds like a sleigh.
It tastes so good. I don't even care about the health benefits. It tastes so good.
It does.
I love spring fresh water. Yeah.
Do you remember when Leif and I did that in Keaton? We drove to a spring.
Oh yeah.
But then I'm pretty sure we like did something wrong and people were like, "You're literally gonna get diseased." Like I can't remember what.
You get it straight out of the river.
Nope. Literally.
Like not flowing water, because it doesn't have to be like moving. Like a spring. Like it has to be.
Yeah, and it
can't be stagnant.
It was moving, but I'm forgetting what people were saying about like our method, that they were like, that is not okay to be drinking.
Mossy still water.
Literally, me and Leif like trying to cure my infertility drinking spring water. I'm like, I fear it's not working.
Oh, it's so funny. These pants are so. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm wearing fake denim
I was
by
gonna ask
Rag and
her
Bone.
if they're the denim sweats.
They're not sweat. Well, feel them. Are these like yours? Because you have the sweat
mine
ones.
are from Rag and Bone.
But feel them. I think these are new. Is that how yours feel?
Oh no,
they're not like sweat.
Mine
material.
feel a little bit different than that.
They're like silky.
Yeah, they are.
I think they're new. It's like their Miramar new.
That's what mine are called too.
Oh, maybe I don't know.
But they do feel different than that. So
yeah, these are very silky. I'm sliding off the chair, so I have to keep like sitting up because literally I'm just sitting on silk.
Those were literally my pregnancy obsession, though.
Yeah,
the fake
so
denim.
comfy.
They're everything. Speaking of water, drinking a gallon of water a day. My skin looks so good, but I have a constant need to pee at all times. Yeah. I've been there with the water thing. It's almost not worth it.
Yeah,
because of how often you have to pee. Mm-hmm. If you're drinking truly enough water, you have to pee like every 20 minutes.
All the time.
I swear.
Yeah,
like it actually gets so obnoxious.
Yeah.
I mean, I think drinking
pregnant.
a lot of water is great, but it really is. It really does get annoying. This person said they drank a straight glass of bone broth 2 days ago because they see people doing this all the time, and I will never ever again. It was horrible. I hate bone broth.
Yeah,
that's my confession.
Gross.
I hate bone broth.
Yeah,
I think it is disgusting. There is nothing about drinking it out of a mug.
Yeah.
I don't care the health benefits.
No.
And maybe I'm a fake, maybe I've said before like that I've done it, which I have. Like I have drank bone broth. Maybe like bone broth in a soup, like incorporate it into a soup while I'm sick.
Some celery in there.
Yeah. But
some noodles preferably.
Drinking it in the morning out of a glass.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Remember, disgusting to me.
During the winter, the hot chocolate bone broth people were loving. And I was about to try it. And then I also was at the time dealing with the histamine stuff where I'm like, okay, my allergies at the time. I'm acting as if it was past tense. I'm like, now I'm over the allergies. But I was like, okay, the histamine diet. Like maybe what foods to avoid. And then I see a TikTok that's like, if you have histamine issues at all or allergies, the worst thing you could be drinking is bone broth. The histamines in that drink are out of this world because chocolate is like one of the main things. I don't know why. And bone broth is like very high in histamines. Like it's kind of like everything I eat. Like I would go and be like, I'm getting fermented foods. So like, well, fermentation causes like histamines to go up.
Cool. See, but this is why I hate social media for like in the wellness
I'm like,
space.
Let me believe something.
Because it's so stressful because there's evidence against everything. So it's
I just want to believe again. Like I really just want to believe in something. That. And it's so sad. Honestly, that's half of why I got off TikTok. Because I'm just like, just let me believe in my actions, please.
No, 100%.
Whether they work or not. I just want faith again.
No, I really relate to that.
Everything's debunked.
Yes, because the second you're like...
You're getting 8 hours. I hate to tell you, of sleep every night. I hate to tell you, that's actually bad for you. It's like...
I know.
Please.
No, every single thing can be debunked. Like even, if you're like, I do my matcha with whatever.
Like oat
milk. It's like, that's full of oils. Like, oh, well, I do this kind that's
I just do full
clean.
dairy, raw milk.
No, there's a problem with everything. Mm-hmm. So it's like so exhausting. I can't imagine actually being a wellness content creator.
Oh my gosh.
Because it would be so hard. Like, I feel like I'm so turned off from like all wellness, not all wellness creators, but I just like, I don't follow any, I don't follow anyone's like protocol or advice or like, I really don't get recommendations from like anyone at this point, I don't think, because I just am like, it's so overwhelming and it's just so, it's all marketing. Like there are certain things that I guess that's a lie if I say I don't get like ever influenced by anything, because I definitely do. But I'm just saying I don't have someone who I'm like, oh, I followed this person because I like everything they like stand for and say. I'm just like, I feel like there's just too much controversy with every single wellness thing to possibly like lock in and be like, I really like this person's method.
Yes.
Because it's like they're going to say something that's, I don't know, going to debunk something else that I liked or something.
Yep.
Stressful.
It's so exhausting. It's so sad.
It is.
Eating an entire raw garlic clove. That is disgusting.
I feel like people do that when they're sick.
Yeah. Oh, actually.
Have you done that?
I'm like, no, but maybe I'll try that. I feel like garlic is
like an anti-inflammatory or something.
Yeah, there are certain things that I feel like are broad enough, are accepted by everyone. Yeah. Western medicine, Eastern medicine, like everything that are tried and true.
Yes.
And I feel like garlic might be one of them.
Like
I don't know about eating the whole clove.
Garlic,
yes.
Elderberry. There are certain things where it's like, this is good for you. If you're feeling sick, like
that's
this can help.
Yeah. It's the offhand, like this is a new thing.
Yeah.
It's hard to trust.
Yeah. I shave my entire face regularly. It's the same thing as dermaplaning. I do not care if the estheticians online say it's not. It is. It gets rid of dead skin on your face and makes your makeup go on so smoothly. And I hate the look of peach fuzz on my upper lip / face.
Wait. Sorry. I missed the first
She said she shaves her entire face regularly. What do we think?
I shave a lot of my face, but not super
like with
regularly.
an actual razor?
No, with Skinny Confidential.
Yeah.
What's that little razor called? It has a cute little name.
The Tinkle razors.
Yes.
I mean, that's a brand, but yeah.
Tinkle? Is it Twinkle? Does it Tinkle mean pee?
I thought it was called Tinkle,
though. Tinkle?
No, Tinkle is totally pee, but like Tinkle
I think
razor.
it's Twinkle.
No, I'm gonna stand firm.
Okay, let's see.
Tinkle.
Oh, you're right. Wait, no. Let's see.
Yeah, look.
This says Twinkle.
Look.
Oh, this is okay. It's both. Yeah, that's a Tinkle. Okay, that is the brand Tinkle.
Yeah. What a horrible brand name. Wow.
Yeah.
A Tinkle.
Like Tinkerbell. That's what it's giving.
Tinkle USA.
Tinkle USA. Shout out.
But I mean, the Skinny Confidential one's much nicer.
Yes.
It's like the luxury version of the Tinkle razor.
Replaceable heads.
Yes.
I use that for my mustache, and then I'll do it like for the peach fuzz on my face if it gets a little crazy, but I'm not doing it all the time.
Me neither, but it does.
I don't do it for any benefits
good.
though, besides not having a mustache.
Same. I just like it for like makeup going on smoother, and like if I'm starting to like literally see the fuzz, I'm like, it feels better when it's smooth
For sure.
But I wonder what she shaves her face with, because she's saying that it's essentially the same as dermaplaning, but people say that it's not.
Yeah, I wonder if it is one of those little razors. I was in college and started going to this all-natural wellness doctor because I wanted to dig more into the cause of my thyroid issues. He basically told me to eat keto, put me on legit 88 supplement pills per day, and I had the worst diarrhea and pooped my pants in nursing school. Goodbye.
That's another thing that I've been sucked into multiple times, is like going to someone and getting on all these holistic supplements that are supposedly going to cure me with like, it's just, I don't know. Maybe there's some truth to some of it sometimes, but half the time I just feel like it's like a money grab.
Yes.
Like they're going to put you on all of this different stuff, and you have to be careful. It's like your health.
Yes.
You don't want to just get on 1,000 supplements.
I know. It's actually so frustrating, health stuff like that, because you want to do the best thing for you. And when you start not believing one thing, it really leads you into believing nothing.
Yeah.
So then you're just like, okay, so who am I to trust? Everyone's saying everyone else is wrong and theirs is the right way to do it. Where am I supposed to go?
I know.
What am I supposed to do?
I know.
It's so frustrating.
And really
there's like things that are just tried and true. It's like moving, exercising, eating a pretty non-processed.
Yeah, like nutrient-dense diet. Yes.
Yes. Balance in most things. I feel like if you're doing that and keeping and sleeping and stress levels, it's like those are the pillars.
Here's the thing. We need to get real with ourselves though. All of us, maybe I'm just talking to myself, and focus on those things first.
Yes.
Because I feel like it's so easy to be like seeking out, like, I need to go to this holistic doctor. I need to get in the sauna. And it's
I'm low on vitamin D.
Yeah. Like I need to get this fancy facial, and it's like, actually you need to drink more water.
Yeah.
Focus on your sleep.
Yes.
And eat decently, like healthy.
Yeah.
And you need to move your body. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, you're calling me out right now, actually.
No, I'm calling myself out because I do that all the time. I will just like as you were talking, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's me. It's like I'm seeking for an outside source to help me with my health when I know exactly what I need to do.
And that
Go on
is
a
what
walk.
David Goggins always says. You know exactly. He literally says, people ask, how do I get in shape? He's like,
Work out.
Why would I tell you? You know what to do. You're not going to do it because you're not doing it. He's like, you know what to do. I have nothing to tell you.
No,
like,
it's so
you
true.
know what to do. You're just not doing it because you're lazy. And that's what I needed to hear today. So thank you, David, for always coming back into this conversation. I will never stop talking about him, by the way. I love him and he changed my life. So I'm like, he's who I believe wholeheartedly. But also because he's not really selling anything. He's just like, just do it.
But it is true. It all comes down to that. And I think there's a conversation about laziness where I feel like laziness is just code for like overwhelmed. I feel like no one just wants to be lazy. It's like they are stressed out in their life and there are deeper reasons. It's like, obviously there are like roots that we need to get to first before we just have, can easily just work out and eat healthy all the time. It's like, I understand it's not that simple, but I think
sometimes if you're doing all of those things and like, sorry to interrupt you, but like if
okay.
you are doing all of those things, you're being so consistent with all of them and then you're still having issues, then it's like time to look elsewhere. But if you're not already doing all of that, then maybe hold off on the egg white hair mask and the mayo on the face.
Exactly. I think those are truly, like you said, the pillars. And it's like so easy to overlook them because it's hard to change your life in that way. Like I've even just found from the past month of like working out consistently, I'm like, this is not easy. Like to me, and it's mental. I'm not saying it's not easy to like go and do that, but it's mentally, it's like a hard thing to do to get yourself to be consistent and to like change your lifestyle. And so I think it's so much easier to just like look outward and be like, what facial can I get that will help? And it's like, that's not the answer.
I need to cancel my lymphatic drainage massage. Me doesn't drink an ounce of water, literally gets a shizzy sleep. I'm like, it's an expensive lymphatic. I need to go to an infrared sauna. That will cure me. Literally doesn't.
It's still nice to have moments of self-care, okay, ladies?
Doesn't help, doesn't try and fix my anxiety. And I'm like, I know what I need. A massage with hot stones.
I need that magnesium wrap. No, it's relatable. I mean, I think we all need a little bit of
those things though. You know what their purpose is? Sometimes they motivate you to be better. Like, because they do allow you to relax and treat yourself. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to keep going with this. It's kind of like once you start working out, once you start going, you're like, okay, I can keep doing this. The worst part is over. Just getting there, just starting to work out, just starting to... When I started running again, it was like the same thing. I was like, oh, this is hell on earth. But you know what? I've done the hardest part. I started running again after not running for a long time. And
it's true. It can be
only go up from here.
It can be a catalyst. And I think that sometimes even when you are like almost showing yourself that you value yourself and you care by like booking a massage for yourself or like doing something like that, it can kind of put you in that mindset of like, okay, I care about myself, so I'm going to take care of myself. Like, obviously, it doesn't always have to be the expensive option, but I think like it can be a catalyst to even be more motivated to take care of yourself in whatever way.
Yeah, it's just something fast you can do. That's the thing. It's like they're quick fixes.
True, yeah. I love an Ollie gummy. You guys know we just did an event with Ollie with Ashley Graham, and it was fun to hear her favorite products and things that she uses because she's just an icon in every way. I love specifically the Ollie sleep gummies. Leif and I have used these for years. Like, we just love them, and it's nice to have on your bedside table or in your little like bedside nightstand drawer to take before bed. They're also so tasty. Ollie also has a Goodbye Stress gummy, which is game-changing as well. These little wellness powerhouses are here to help you stay calm during the day, and then the sleep gummy can help you drift off into dreamland at night. The Goodbye Stress gummies are packed with GABA, which starts working in 30 to 60 minutes to support a relaxed state of mind. They also have L-theanine, which helps you keep your cool, and lemon balm extract that has been trusted for centuries. They're also really yummy. Like I said, literally tastes like you're just tasting a little fruit snack gummy, and it's going to give you benefits, which is awesome.
So their sleep gummies are so amazing. Each gummy features melatonin to help you fall asleep and stay asleep. It has L-theanine and a botanical blend with chamomile, passion flower, and lemon balm, which can calm your senses for a restful night. It also tastes really good. It has a berry burst of sweet strawberry flavor that makes these bedtime buddies irresistible. So Let's do wellness on your terms, whatever that looks and feels like for you. Find us at Walmart or Target near you or at olly.com. That's OLLY.com, OLLY.com. Disclaimer, these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Leif and I have been on our Factor grind. Okay, we've been eating Factor meals specifically for lunches. I feel like they're super nice. Sometimes dinner too, if we're in a bind and we want something quick. But lunch for us is so easy to kind of forget about and bypass. Like we're just, we'll be busy working, we'll be out and about. And then we're like, oh, dang, we haven't eaten lunch. We don't know what to make. Like it's just so nice to have these Factor meals on hand for that. Factor has chef-made gourmet meals that make eating well easy. They're dietitian approved, ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes so you can fuel right and feel great no matter what life throws at you. They arrive fresh and fully prepared, perfect for any active, busy lifestyle. They have so many different ways you can filter through which meals you want to receive. So for Leif and I, we're kind of trying to focus on high protein right now. So we did their high protein meals and all of them have been so good. They have 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week, so it's easy to pick meals tailored to your goals. You can pick Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, etc.
Factor can help you feel your best all day long with wholesome smoothies, breakfast, grab-and-go snacks, and more add-ons. I have some juices from Factor that I love in the morning to add to my breakfast or on the go, especially if I'm feeling under the weather or I just want a good boost of green juice. I had a turmeric, an orange and turmeric one the other day. So reach your goals this year with ingredients you can trust and convenience that really can't be beat. Eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/factorpodcast and use the code factorpodcast to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code factorpodcast at factormeals.com/factorpodcast to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. Go check it out. Going raw vegan to try to get rid of my acne. Lost so much weight, had a mental breakdown, and skin got worse. Raw vegan is a next level hard.
Is that just not all yummy. Raw food?
Yeah, never, you don't cook things.
Don't cook anything?
No, you don't cook anything.
Wow. So what's some people were saying I didn't use olive oil to cook. I thought it was bad, basically.
Yeah, I did that too.
Using no oil?
No oil, just
Is
water.
That because it's fattening? What's the reasoning behind using no oil?
I think that it's causes inflammation.
Okay.
Or that's what
they say. What they say?
Yeah, that's what they say.
All oils or just...
At that point, I was staying away from all oils. I wouldn't get food cooked at a restaurant unless it was sauteed or steamed.
Steamed.
Yeah. And I would saute or steam all of my vegetables. I was never raw vegan, but I would only cook with water. If I was cooking something.
Does it taste good? You still season it?
Your standards are pretty low at that point if you're not eating sugar, nothing of joy.
Yeah.
Just nuts and I'm honestly, I'm going to start that up again. It sounds good.
But can you use salt and stuff?
Yeah.
You can
I use
season
salt.
stuff.
Yeah, I use lots of herbs and seasonings and things like that. So you definitely have to get creative. Definitely pushes you out of
your
But the oil thing is hard because everyone uses oil or fat, So
to cook.
I don't have anything against olive oil now, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love cooking veggies in olive oil and seasoning them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sunning, aka tanning your butthole and vag for more life force.
Oh yeah, we remember sunning.
Oh, of course.
I have a backyard now. I can sun. I can go lay out and stick my butt in the air. I'm that's what I need.
That's it. That's the answer.
That's the answer. I need to go sun my butthole.
I don't think there's anything.
There's definitely nothing wrong with it.
There's definitely not any harm that's going to come from laying in the sun. I mean, I don't know that it's going to give you more energy, but maybe. Who's to say?
Yeah.
That theory I believe in more because what are you selling me?
Exactly.
Not a thing.
You can't sell the sun.
What product are you selling me?
Unless they start having sun parlors.
And you will lay on this towel that I bought for your sunning experience.
Exactly. You need to use this sunscreen. They replicate the sun.
Yeah.
Or a sun enema.
Oh, some people were saying coffee enemas, raw beef liver, lemon olive oil shots. Rubbing apple cider vinegar on my boobs to make them smaller.
Wow, did it work?
Never in my life have I heard of that.
No. There's the bee pollen to make your boobs bigger.
I need to try that. I've actually genuinely, like, I feel like people say that works.
Yeah.
I mean, again, what am I?
Maybe it does.
Castor oil in my belly button every night. Literally no difference.
What does that help again?
I don't remember.
It,
I feel like
helps
there
with
is something.
kinda inflammation, maybe.
Maybe. Saran wrapping coconut oil and coffee grounds to my whole body for cellulite when I was 12.
Same. There was like that coffee scrub.
Not 12.
My gosh. You know what I did when I was 12?
What?
That's more of a beauty thing than a wellness. Is I started noticing I had eyebrow hairs, like I had unibrow. It wasn't like a full-blown unibrow. But my mom caught me using duct tape to like wax the middle of my eyebrows.
Duct tape.
And
Did
then
it
I had a
work?
huge red thing.
Oh, I bet.
On the, like literally a burn. She's like, Chelsey. And
Did it work?
I don't even remember what drove me to do that. Like no one said anything. No, it didn't work.
I
It literally ripped my skin off and my hair was still there. Don't try that at home.
I started getting eyebrow waxes at a young age.
Really?
Yeah.
I went with you to get my first eyebrow wax.
Really?
And it was
to my aunt?
traumatizing.
Oh, it was?
Well, just I've never seen my eyebrows waxed before. It's kind of a shock when you do it for the first time.
Yeah, and that was back in the thin brow era too. So they weren't like full. It was
No.
giving
Yeah.
tiny line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny. This is reminding me, like the vegan talk of, I want to say like 7 years ago, after Nick and I had been married for a couple of years, I was still very vegan and I wanted him to be vegan too. I was like, you should try veganism with me for a while. And like, I want to do this experiment with you.
Yeah,
so I'm going to go get your blood drawn. Like I want to get all your levels, like your vitamins and see like where your health's at. And I bet it's not going to be very good because you're not vegan. So like, at that point, it's literally what I believe. Like I bet your levels won't be very good. So meanwhile, he's literally like a 25-year-old young man, like in pretty good health. And I'm like, okay, we'll see where you're going. And then I'm going to make you a vegan meal plan for like 6 weeks. And then we'll take your blood again and see how it gets better. Because I just watched that one documentary where they basically did that. And I'm like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
With you, you're going to be my test subject. We go get his blood drawn and his like levels taken or whatever in literal perfect health. Like they're like, your numbers are amazing. Like you are in such good health. We didn't even try.
No room to improve.
No room to improve. Probably better than mine. Like I didn't even take mine, but I was just like, okay, now what is this going to prove? Like we do it for 6 weeks, it's worse. They're like,
do you feel like that
you're
changed
anemic now.
your like belief system around veganism at all? Or were you like, oh, whatever? It's just
not
like funny.
really. I was just like, oh, you're lucky.
Yeah.
You're young and healthy. So it was so funny though, because I was fully convinced. I'm like, I'm about to change your life. They're like, you are the epitome of health. Keep doing whatever you're doing, keep it up.
No room for improvement.
Me every day.
That is so funny.
Like pizza all the time, Domino's.
Well, sometimes like I really do, I don't know. That's like a sticky subject to maybe get into, but sometimes I really do feel like it's like the harder you try and like the more you're trying all these like crazy health and wellness things, like the worse you are doing, I feel like. I really feel like that about like some people that I've like followed or known who are like just serial people who like serial trend followers with wellness stuff. It's like they always have so many health issues, I feel like.
And you never know. So I truly believe sometimes it's like the chicken or the egg. It's like some people have such bad health issues to begin with that they start looking and like if they see something that works,
and they want to try different things.
Yeah. So I think it's both sometimes. Some people start with it and then they just keep looking for problems to solve because they just like love it at that point and it's like a hobby to them. And then other people, I think they already have all these health issues and they're just looking for answers. So they start getting like, okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this weird little thing.
And it just like isn't helping.
Yeah.
Like the little trends aren't really doing it.
Yeah.
Raw potatoes in my socks when sick or eating raw onion and garlic. I think a lot of people say that.
Yeah. I have heard that. I've never tried that one.
Me neither.
I also think it really depends. Again, let's just put out a disclaimer that we really shouldn't even have to disclaim that we are not doctors or health professionals at all. But I think it also depends on how serious the issue is. It's like if you have a little sniffle, like, and you eat some garlic, it's like, oh, okay, great. That worked. Maybe.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can just get into like a rabbit hole with it that becomes unhealthy. I don't think I know anything. I'm not giving health advice out here. And if you want to try stuff, like by all means, go for it. I'm just saying, I think when you become like serially obsessed with trying so many wellness trends to fix problems in your life. Like it seems like
you've lost the plot. You've lost the foundation and the basics. It's like we were just saying, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't want to repeat myself, but yes, exactly. Okay, I'll do a few more. Whitened my teeth with lemon juice and baking soda when I was 12. Destroyed my enamel.
I did that too. Hydrogen peroxide. Isn't that what it was?
I don't know.
I tried with hydrogen peroxide and baking soda.
It probably like
tore my teeth up, and they were so sensitive afterwards.
Sensitive.
I never
That's
did
what
it
I was
again.
Gonna say. I bet it's so sensitive. A lot of people said they did keto, which I feel like is popular.
I will say when I did health coaching and when I went to like the health coaching school, it was a lot about what we were talking about. Just like the basics of looking at your whole life and like your stress, your relationships, your work-life balance, how you feel about yourself, like your cleanliness, just like your basics of hygiene, of all of those things. It wasn't ever anything crazy. Like it was never, oh, the answer should be these little things. Yeah, these things you can try again. It's like, oh, I have something small that it's bothering me. Let me try this small,
potential
remedy.
Thing to fix, yeah, or help.
But overall health, I felt like that really opened up my mind. That was a little bit into my vegan journey. And honestly, after being a health coach for a little bit, that's kind of when years later, I stopped being vegan because I was realizing like that it was harming my balance of a lot of different things and my mental clarity and just like being able to go out and like the community, how important community is and how important like all these things are. And there's this, I've talked about this on the podcast years ago. So if you haven't been around for a while, you haven't heard it, but one of the main stories they talked about in the, it's called Institute of Integrative Nutrition, is the first story they tell you is like about this community. I can't remember where it is, but they don't have a lot of heart disease, cancers, like these chronic illnesses. They were like surprisingly healthy and had long lifespans. And they were looking, okay, like why is this community so healthy? And they were like looking at their food, wondering how they're eating spaghetti, meatballs, and lard and drinking wine every night and like smoking cigarettes, or maybe they weren't smoking cigarettes, I don't remember. But basically they didn't have this like super raw vegan diet.
Yeah.
And they weren't going to yoga and like drinking their green juices. Is like they were just really, really focused on community. Like they would come home from work, they would go to their neighbor's house, have a glass of wine with them, laugh, like go on a walk after dinner to go home. Like just basic things that weren't like LA wellness things that you think of. And that was the main topic. That was like the main intro into the school because it was like all about just integrative, like back to the basics, back to overall wellness is not just what you eat and what little, what smoothie you're drinking from Erewhon, what they add in that smoothie, the coconut, the sea moss, all of these little things. It's like, let's focus on
relationships,
overall,
honestly.
Yeah, like stress from all of these other areas of your life first.
Honestly,
like where you live.
When you started saying that, I was thinking about how we were saying like, okay, focus on the pillars, like get sleep, whatever, eat healthy. But I feel like even more than that is like the relationships and the company you keep, like your community, your village. And I need to send you this TikTok. It's so good. Rachel Lovely. Do you follow her? Well, you don't have TikTok now, but she is a great follow. I would highly recommend. I love her. And she's just so like well-spoken and smart. And I love her TikToks. She does a lot of like sit down TikToks where she'll just be like talking about different subjects. And she was talking about basically how to be a better villager. And she was talking about how her mom is like the queen of this and how her mom is just so community focused and has so many friends and so many people around her. And she says it better than I could. So you guys should just go look at one of her recent TikToks. But I maybe want to talk about that on an upcoming episode because I thought it was really, really good. And I feel like something that a main takeaway was that like you have to be a part of the village and like you have to basically be a good friend for people to do that in return for you. But it's also not a tit for tat thing. It's just like being in your community. And one of the things she was mentioning is like always being willing to pick someone up from the airport. Yeah. And vice versa. Like basically she's like, when you have a village, you don't need Uber. You don't need DoorDash. You don't need whatever because like you could just ask someone for help,
Yeah.
a friend, and they can come help you. Like, that's what friends are for. I feel like we have lost that a lot in today's society. Like, I don't ever ask someone to pick me up from the airport because I just assume it's annoying. Like, I assume that it's, but she was saying also you have to be willing to ask. And I'm like, I'm going to start working on that. Like, I'm going to literally just start asking people. I'm like, I'm going to start asking people for favors. I don't even do anything. But I'm just
like,
saying,
what I'm going to start with is getting first.
No, but
receiving.
I think that it makes you more comfortable. Or like, if I was to be like, hey, can you take me, Leif, and Benny to the airport? You would then feel more comfortable asking me next time. Because it's like, well, you know what I mean? It's just like a give and take.
Yeah.
But it's not also, you're not keeping score. It's just like, that's what friends are for. We do favors for each other.
Yeah. I agree. I think that's really important.
Yeah, there's a lot more on that topic. So maybe we'll save it for next week. But I really liked it. And I was like, I'll send you the TikTok because it's long. But you should review it and then we can chat about it later.
Perfect.
Thank you guys for writing in your unhinged wellness habits. I feel like what's funny about these episodes is we start out like talking about olive oil shots and then we somehow end in like the deepest, like this is the psychology.
Community.
Even last time we were talking about the like dumb purchases people make and we're like going into the psychology of shopping and like money and it cracks me up.
How can we not?
How can we not? Make sure you're following us on Instagram, guys. It's at What We Said Podcast. If you want to follow us on TikTok or YouTube, we're also available. If you want to watch these podcasts, you can always watch them on YouTube. We love you guys so much. And that's what we said. Bye.